Welcome to Violin Lessons for Beginners. First of all, make a V for violin. And then take a step to the side. And this is your perfect standing position. This is the scroll. Here are the pegs. And the strings are adjusted to the pegs. We have 4 strings: G, D, A, and E. This black piece of wood is called the fingerboard. Then we have the bridge over here. Fine tuners. This is the tailpiece. The chin rest. Here are the F holes. They look like an F, and that's why they're called the F holes. This is the body of the violin, top and the bottom. This is the shoulder rest. It's not a part of a violin, but you can adjust it to your violin. And here, this little bit is the nut. This black piece is called the frog. This is the screw. This is the bow stick. This is the tip of the bow. And this is the hair. Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to learn how to play on the open strings of a violin. And in order to do that, let's remember what we learned in the last lesson. Take the violin here, turn it around, put it on your left shoulder. Put your head down onto the chin rest. Now take the bow. Let's do it together. 1, 2, and 3. Remember to curve your thumb first. 1, 2, and 3. And when you're ready, you put your bow here between the bridge and the fingerboard. This wooden bit here is the bridge, and this black piece of wood is called the fingerboard. And your bow goes between those two, and make sure that it's not squint. It's not this way around or this way around. So make sure it's totally straight, running parallel to the bridge and parallel to the fingerboard. And now you can play on your violin for the first time ever. Let's try it together. Put your bow here on the E string and let's try. It's probably not as hard as you thought it was, and let's try it another couple of times. You can play here in the middle of the bow, or you can play at the tip of the bow, or at the frog. Or you could try and use the whole bow. Whatever you prefer. Just experiment a little bit. Try what you like doing better. You like the middle, the tip of your bow, or the frog. Or you prefer using the whole bow. When we move on to the next string, then we also lift up our right arm. And by doing that, you automatically change the string you're playing on. Now you're on an A string. And just try to play an A string. Make sure that you're using your lower arm and not your upper arm, because otherwise you'll go backwards. And the sound is not as nice as when you play like this. And also this way around also doesn't work nicely. So make sure that your bow is straight. You can also look in a mirror and make sure that your bow is really straight. So this was the A string. Let's move our right arm up and go on a D string. You can play short notes or you can play long notes. When we play short notes, our arm moves relatively fast. And when we play long notes, we move our arm really slowly. So now we're going to move to the G string, and our arm goes really high up now. And now we can play in the G string. Now let's go down to the D string again. And now up to G string. And D string again. Now try the E string. Your arm is almost touching your body here when you play an E string. Then when you go to the A string, it moves up and then goes higher and higher still onto the G string. Make sure not to lift up your shoulder. Your shoulder got nothing to do with the movement of the arm. You're simply moving your arm. And make sure to move your arm together with the bow. It's like one unit. If you break this unit apart, you will not manage to play on the right string. So try this exercise a couple of times. Start on the E string and play in the middle of your bow 2 short notes. Now move up to the A string. It's a little movement of your right arm, and then you land on the A string. Do the same thing on the A string. And then when you're ready, go up to the D string and do the same thing here. 1, 2. And now move really high up onto the G string and play 2 short notes on the G string. Our strings are called E, A, D, and G. Or if we start with the lowest one, then it's G, D, A, and E. You can remember your strings G, D, A, and E by remembering the following sentence. Great dancers are empathic. So let's try to play on the E string one more time. Let's play 2 short notes and 1 long one. Short, short, long, and again short, short, long. Now let's move on to the A string and do the same thing here. Moving up to the D string. And now going to go to the lowest string, short, short, long, short, short, long. Make sure you're using small bows for short notes and a lot of bow for the long notes. It sounds much nicer than if you would be using the same amount of the bow for all the notes. It would sound like this. That doesn't sound nice. Make sure that your fingers on a bow are all curved, and if they're not, then keep correcting them, bringing them back, and keep trying again and again. Practice with me one more time. I also created a sheet music for your first exercise, which will help you to learn how to read the notes. You will see that I used 1 line for each string. You will also see that the short notes have black note heads and the long notes have empty note heads. This is something completely new to you. If you use this sheet music, it will help you to learn how to read notes much faster. I'll put the link for the sheet music in the description box below so that you can download it right away and start practicing today. Now you know how to play on the open strings of your violin. You also learned the names of the strings, G, D, A, and E, which means that great dancers are empathic. Make sure to go back and practice with me again and again until you start feeling really comfortable on the strings of your violin, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Thanks so much for watching. Whether you like this video or not, remember to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and share this video everywhere so that we can learn how to play on the violin together.